when you're traveling in foreign countries, you can always count on two things, no matter where you are, pretty much. Number one, McDonald's. Number two, crazy people. Eccentric people. They're not crazy, they're eccentric and creative, probably.
I think so.
If you've watched our last video, you know that we had an absolute blast at the Olympics in Seoul. But going to the Olympics isn't as easy and seamless as you'd expect. There's a reason we had to wake up at 4 in the morning and get on a train going across the entire country of South Korea. If there's one piece of advice we'd give on planning your trip to the Olympics, it's to get your event tickets extremely early, or extremely late.
Super early morning today in Seoul. Number one, because the jet lag had me up about 3:30, so went ahead and got out of bed rather than just laying there and went to the train station. We took a train from Seoul to Gyeongyang, which is where we have to go to pick up our tickets. Luckily, there was a McDonald's in the train station. You can always rely on McDonald's when you're in foreign countries, and for some reason, it always seems healthier in foreign countries rather than American McDonald's. So why are we taking a train all the way across South Korea to pick up our tickets? You would think they'd have electronic ticket delivery, but it's all about CoSport. CoSport is the vendor. You're about to run into that pole. CoSport is the vendor that America contracted with to deliver Olympic tickets. We ordered our tickets back in November, several months in advance, but they said that is too late for electronic delivery and too late to mail the tickets. So they don't even do electronic delivery. So kind of a nightmare. There's lots of nightmare stories, horror stories with CoSport picking up tickets. So we're gonna go to their building and see how long we have to wait to get our tickets, but we'll talk more about it later. So we just walked into CoSport, the building. Took 5 minutes. We showed them our passport. They gave us the tickets. This is the same company that we begged and pleaded with for 2 weeks on, can you please just send us our tickets through the mail or electronically? It's 2018 because we're staying in Seoul. We're not staying where your venue is to pick up the tickets. But they said, no, this is how we're doing it. Right, so they set up one ticket collection point for everyone who's bought tickets for the Olympics from America and Sweden and Australia, one building in the entire country of South Korea, and they said it's in the host city. Well, the Olympic website is pyeongchang2018.com. So you would assume that you'd pick up your tickets in Pyeongchang. Not true. You pick them up in a city that is 30 minutes outside of Pyeongchang, Gyeongyang. Long story short, we had to wake up, catch a 6 a.m. train out of Seoul, 2 hours across the country, walk in there, say, hi, we're here, can we have our tickets? Give us our tickets. Now we gotta take a 2-hour train back to Seoul. Cost us $100. It's not exactly the horror story, nightmare stories that we've heard from Rio or from Sochi, but definitely not acceptable for 2018 with our technology. But who cares, right? Whatever.
First world problems.
Yeah. First world problems. We have our tickets to the Olympics, and we had McDonald's, and we rode a train, and it's not too cold.
So we bought our tickets from CoSport several months in advance because we thought we were being responsible. But it turns out if you just waited to the last minute, you could buy them through the Olympic website and it delivers directly to your smartphone, and that's how you get your tickets. So in the case of early bird gets the worm, or I don't know, plan, that didn't really work in our favor.
So yeah, it turned into such a catastrophe with CoSport that they eventually opened up tickets to everyone on just the Pyeongchang website because they realized that this contractor was not delivering. So we bought tickets so far in advance because we like to plan and make sure it's a sure thing. We had to pick them up here in this city. All of our friends are still asleep in Seoul right now because they delayed and said, yeah, I'll just figure it out whenever. Which just goes to show that sometimes you just roll with the punches, go with the flow, and things will work out in your favor. While we were in line at CoSport, there was a young lady in front. I don't know if Maggie overheard, but she was telling the employees, she said, yeah, I had to sleep in the train station last night because I got in at 8 o'clock and there were no hotels and you guys weren't open. And they just stared at her like this because they're just contractors. They don't really care. Yeah, I don't mean to be so negative, but this is really just kind of mind-blowing that you have to go through this ordeal. We just went back inside to the train station and spent another $50 to get a train back to Seoul where all of our friends are. And then we'll have to ride the train again tomorrow morning to get back out here to watch our events, which happen tomorrow. Operation Sock Exchange success. I brought the wrong socks and I was getting a blister. Maggie gave me hers, really nice of her. Look at them, they're purple. But to always look at the bright side, now we have about an hour. We're in Gangneung, which is a city we will end up coming back to at some point for speed skating, but you're never guaranteed if you'll have time. But now we're here, we have about an hour, and we get to walk around Gangneung and see what's up. What are you
So
doing?
delicious.
Why is there blood on your pear?
So we went down to this, the river, and we thought we were going to see a nice river, but it's actually a little bit frozen over. But we ran into a farmer's market, and that was really awesome. And I got these huge Asian pears, and then I got a bag of oranges
How many dollars?
for $10 hairs total. But I got 3 of these Asian pears and then an entire bag of oranges.
What happened to your lip? Why is your lip bleeding?
Because I was hungry, so I was eating really quick, and I apparently busted my lip while eating. It's so delicious, though.
If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next couple of episodes where we'll show you some of the more interesting things to do in Seoul, like some unique museums and a raccoon cafe where they apparently only have male raccoons that have no shame.